So, Sidina, coming to Sara, and Gwabi, I don't have a prepared speech because yesterday in the night around 11, I made my speech on the platform of the room. Mine is to appreciate you and to thank you for coming. Let me give a little history of these descendants of ours. It didn't start with us in those. It was one of the strongest family ties that I meet. In fact, the friends, the Yilgis and the others took over us. We had a special patron in the captain, Ballang Kalep, who was a strong role model of the GONDYI family. We also had the chairman in the late John Kumben, and the secretary was the late Thomas Gwabi. It was after a long time we were attending meetings we've been in Chigwong, in Kwalla, in Kor. The last one was celebrated in Kor, I think, or in Berrek, sorry, in Kor in 1992 and in Berrek in 1993. And shortly after he went there. And while we were still on that, the late Captain called me and said, he still don't want this family to die. I told him with the late John and asked us to make sure we continue this push, that we bring our people together. And we started this about 2 years back. And I met my elder brother here, the late Berrek, and asked him as an elder, please let him steer this association for us. He said he believes in my ability, he's here, and I should do it on our behalf. So the first meeting, few of us, we got from different villages. We met in my house, with some of you there. After that, we met in his own house twice. And we handed over to some one or two persons whose name I don't need to mention. And after a long time, it didn't work. So I told him I have to figure where he assigned me to. And that's why we were working, to make sure things work. So permit me to briefly appreciate those who are working in this steering committee. The person standing for the chairman here, the Gabriel Motus, who is emceeing and standing for the chairman. Please an applause for him. He's the secretary. We have the person who is doing the camera right now, Henry Nendanto from Manget. Please an applause for him. We have Francis, the way you see Francis is outside too, the organizers from Berrek. Please an applause for him. We have our sister, Charity Sekat. She's there on the item. Please, she meets. Last but not the least, we have Matthias from Ballang Kalep. Please stand on stage and recognize. These are the people who are working with. So to make sure that we are here today. Honestly, I expected to see that we fill this place because, like someone said, we are many. But it's not about number, it's about commitment. We are here because we believe in the cause of where we come from. And I know you encourage us to do it. Our plan is to make sure that we have a convention by next year, back home. And I want to propose, although we will not come to that yet, Mr. Chairman, standing in as MC, that maybe you in Ballang Shipang will start from you because you have the highest number here. So please an applause for the Ballang Shipang people. They're really giving us hope. And I want to seriously and sincerely appreciate those people who supported this cause. You know, we have a platform because we appealed that we needed some money to organize this one. And Masuma Ghana Secretary, and whoever we alone cannot do it. Most of these people whose name I call have sacrificed their personal resources to make sure it works. But we crave the larger community. We didn't go to all of you to seek for assistance, but we asked individuals, and we want to sincerely, there are those excuses, like the guest speakers to excuse them, because the fact that they are writing paper is not enough for us to ask them for another commitment. So please appreciate them, because we are not going to give them any honorarium. So we can show them So, not to take much of their time, I want to sincerely appreciate the 16 people who really get the might, resources wise, to make sure that this thing came to be. Some get their widow's mind, some get their quantum. Permit me to appreciate our brother Andrew Gwabi for really, he really surprised us. We want to appreciate. Before I sit down, respected ladies and gentlemen, permit me to praise their indulgence that we may all be on our feet. May we all stand. I've mentioned our leaders, starting with the Captain Edie, Ballang Kalep, and so many others who have gone to the other side of the Gyang. Even as of last week, we know we buried somebody in Ballang Shipang. So may we observe for 1 minute silence in honor of our own sisters and brothers, mothers and fathers who have departed to the other side of the May the life of our souls of our departed brothers and sisters rest in the bottom of the Lord. Thank you, God bless.
Gode wa Allah saboda wannan taruwa. Na kamar ni da ƴan uwana nan, mamu mu biro ce. Babana daga ƙarshen ya zo ya aure mamana tudun wadanda. Da kun bar wannan tukuna ko sai mun gama addu'a zan yi wannan. Mun bar wannan tukuna. Mama na daga Jos North ne a nan. Ni da na shiga nan na yi hawaye sosai. Domin da ina secondary school ina zuwa meeting na Berrek Youth Movement. An zo election na Berrek Youth Movement. Sai na ina neman secretary. Sai an kira ni an gamaye ni, me sunanka? Na ce sunana Gabriel Gowo. Na iya yaren Berrek fiye da yaren Angas. So ana neman secretary da zai rubuta da yaren Berrek, kuma na iya rubutu da yaren Berrek. I was qualified but not appointable. Domin na ce sunana Gabriel Gowo. Sun tambaye ni a Berrek land ina ne sunan Gowo. It now dawned on me that I was in the wrong place. Though na iya yaren, an haife ni a Jos North, amma lokaci ya kai da aka tambaye ni me sunanka. To tun lokacin, babana ya fara koya mana karatu da yaren Angas. Yanzu na fara yaren Angas ba zan san lokacin da na shiga yaren Berrek ba. Da shi baban Idi ya gaya ma babana dole ya dinga kawo mu Ballang Shipang kowane Christmas domin ba mu iya yaren Angas ba. Sai ya ce da Thomas amma man dan kunyawa mu iya wajen wannan. And I can see very young people here. You may share my sentiments. You can't speak the language. You love the language, but you can't speak it. So please, we want you parents, our next meeting, bring your children. The time has come. So not a long speech, but I want to say something. If you read Matthew's Gospel chapter 1, when the Savior had to come, for authenticity that the Messiah is coming from the tribe of David, if you read Matthew's Gospel, you will see the genealogy of Jesus Christ. It begins from Abraham. For you who is here, Do you know who your great grandfather is? Do you know his name? Can you trace your genealogy? And I'm happy we are here. You can help me trace my own genealogy. Because the time comes that somebody will ask you, you are that's from where? How can you trace your genealogy? And that is why this our gathering is very, very important. I have always respected my dad. And I never knew he was my brother. And you can just I'm seeing so many people here. I am surprised that I have so many brothers here. And sometimes I go to bed hungry. No, these are embarrassing. Now I am better for it. I am telling you, I'm living here, happier. Now I understand what our fathers were crying for. Like Baba, he will insist that I must come to Ghana. And he said I should come and farm. Because all of my father's life was in Jos. Even that in Jos. He said, come and farm. Your father's farms are still there. You belong to land GONDYI. Come home and farm. And now I have a reason. Next farming season, I will go and see where, and then eat from home. I am very happy to see all of us. And may the good Lord bless and prosper this our gathering through Christ.
Mona Malate, the Muyogi, don't pop on Malate, New York and Borno, Ramway Shahu, Ushi, Aquemas Musu, there were no idea. Because who was in the room? Papurma, Nama Shipi, and when they do you jump in there. You do it, do it. That was a tattoo. I tell you, Moon and Chewa, some day. She has happened to you sending in the Sumsitoba. Money will me. Maloka says, don't never get. Munerma Shako Baba Dama. Mamake, Mabampini. Now, Mulong, she is the lemon in the top. What an happy young Gwaba. Perché non solo come vedete ma quella la ni lumai pacha ya fi inda da shi yana zama bangunar shot beton babban noma kuma zurama makin da ban ko mun kwar ba mun kan dushi ban mun kwar do man gina da mafara ji a yelgun gaba ɗaya ba mutum aji ba da ba gongunga wai shaga ta man yer nke ko shaga ko ndenu mutum aji ba mani wa mani jira a cikin nagun ba mala jaman a wai ta da ba ma shaka kushi Baba ni piwani riga nyam kenan ba amma da bai na kira nke ba can gwam tun har gi jobi dan lu ni ma fani fi ka ko lu ni ma tete to ne nu man gonyi ma ba am do bikiti maka sai sun bar shi yanzu yalgun gaba daya shine yana mulki amma kowa yana girma yana samun dan kanshi so Mena bakin yi doshi. Namun gwangi ma, mene ma'anan gwangi? Pakurma, malatinin gwangi ma we ngwang kadis kusa da ina ne wurin nan. Tsakanin Ballang ayyar birgida ka we ke Ballang. Yawa. So, yi Bangwangima, Mawek, Guangshima, Malaki Ballang, Gal, Pamawe Shakwar, Pamawe Met Tazuk, Kamuya, Muzona in the Muki. Dan Mulaka Muzin Biva. Yaya mun zo mun zama mun ba da kanmu ma suna Gwangi. Sunan Gwangi din mun yarda da maganar migration da mun yi kwan Borno ko Waisha ga an ce daga Borno sai mun iso Yam. Yam din yana kasan dangi tsakanin dangi da kasan Bauchi. Dukanmu, yi mun surama mun makulma mun musherima da duk sauransu. Daga yi to Pangaspa where your be inako in Gyang-Gyang Gyang-Gyang. Bukan Gyang-Gyang sun ce wasu ne iyayen ba mu kiba amma ba mu san ko lokacin mun riga mun kama sunan Gwangi ba. Biyogi Pangaspa wankon da mawasha garma da sauransu ma ce gas oman kwan yeldo da lolan gas shamfunu ba mu wanke mun bi ta northwest daga Yam mun iso Dishili ko kwa Tapshin. Daga Tapshin din ne mun hau duwatsun nan da ya hau ya kawo mu har duwatsun Ballang da sauransu. Don da na wanda ya koya min tarihi lokacin goma sha Tapshin kuma baka gunfunu ma ko ni ma ba da wacce ba manoma mamu wai a Tapshin ne suna zama kuma baka so ko ni ma yi ba ma ta cirira kar ku hada ido kuma wannan da karfi to ba wai shi Gwangi ne na da wannan addiyan ba akwai baburma da yawa suna da wannan magana a wurin ne mu fara kama suna Gwangi. So mun haura su duwa su ɗin to baburma ne da na gomba omama don titi ne mu yo la ba ma samu la titi ne a nan hol ɗin malo da mu sha korka gumka to ba gomba na wani na yana ce su ma ba amma mu na wani ya ce a sun je kor ba mu sun dawo wannan ba zai kama da damuwa ba ko ka ce ka je kor ko gumka mu ka haura duk ɗaya ne so da mu ya dukkan Gwangi sun gasa da kaɗai ko waɗansu yare su ma suna ansa suna Gwangi. That's a controversial issue. Akwai mitin da mutum Yakubu, akwai kwamun nama daga Kodine ko, Kodine is in Nankan. Man duwan Gwangi ma, Gwamushere ma, gangare akwai duwan Gwangi. Don mu mai kuma suna gumde nasu. Na yi presentation na lecture wurin akan cewa gum is the nucleus of the migration of the hill gas people. Ma'ana shi ne gum ne ya yada mutane yi ma ko surama karen sarkin sura sun ce su daga gum ne. Akwai ko palma su daga gum ne. An kuma su gefen mu ne ba gefen any other person daga gum ba. Mushere ma for next presentation da akwai wani yana kiran shi Obadiah na manta da sauran sunan shi. Shi ya tashi ya yi magana sarkin mushere marigayi yana wurin. Shi ne na ɗauka hannu because kana present gum inda akwai su makarantu baki yana hannu nan ne hagu ba asha lo ba ka kawo bagi last year mun je mun yi na da sarki a wurin nan kamar kusur da Simon da wani kuma mun je wurin har mun da ka hoto mai da shoda a fi mun waje da shi bugu da kare so ya nuna cewa ba dukan an gasawa ne ba an gasawa ne kaɗai Gwangi ba daga wuraren nan mun yaro I will mention some places kamar su Manget da su Tayin da su sauran wuraren da na fahimci district da na sani don su ma na riga da na mission Tazo da su Kostuma da Kwalla saboda haka sunan GONDYI, is it an abstract idea? I don't know how to put it in the proper gas language, or it's a reality. To me, GONDYI is a practical reality. Because of that, why did soon the ED, the soon the John Bumbe, the soon the banker, Thomas GONDYI, why did they raise it? Mai wani shi don ya fi mai dukkan su ba wanda ya yi sarauta ko da ya kai wani wuri amma sun rike gidajensu sun yi abin da ya kawo haɗin kai. Let me tell you, na ji ne na zo na saya wajen saya da na NGA president Shehu da Funaro architect Lomson. Nga muku abin da Idi ya yi, I ever lived to respect him. Ya yi ta kira meeting so now, da ni da shi. Nan da soma, we don't talk. Baba Lomson is you gurma yi kuna Gwamgi. So she population na shi ya fi na nan Bukadama. And so that was why he wanted me with a good. But it was a basis of unity. But when we need it, when I hear the name Zabi, am I happy Zabi? But Burma, but I'm boy about Bufema, the soon go Bupini, the so wide. Soon politics. The clan name is Nasu. Are we capable of reaching out in that way? Politics is the game of the day. It's like I'm entering a terrain, but it doesn't matter. It is possible. She, Yaro, chairman, is a politician like they say, like the acting chairman. Can I put it? Come on, one and just branch in the government. Kumala, somebody was telling me from the high table. Now I'm the guy. Mumbai, Mumbai. Yaro was a straight. About one say, when I was switch sectionalism. Very good. She protected chairman. Don't go to Gaspa. President ND. Last day. I Zamba. I Kakatawa. What were they used? When the Bangla were not pro-Bangas. That was used against our brother. And he lost the vote. He lost the election with 5 votes. The Reverend Father, who I used to ask me, I'm not going to tell the Deri. We are having music. We are having music. That was what Jesus used to do. Anyway, so at the end of the day, Monama, Kimanama Bishop, the time has come for useful identity. And the utility of our identity should not to further cause division, but to unite us together as a people.
The idea of GONDYI Descendants celebration, to me, is a very welcome development. Mainly for the historical and also the socio-economic aspect. So wherever you are going in life, you must always trace where you are coming from and who you came with. Akwai ngwama libice aji teacher yin wa ma nanta kun zo da waye kun zo nan da waye ne bila man nan you cannot come alone with nobody around you and claim that you are from somewhere. So kuma man nema wherever we go if we do not know those we came together with, we will just be an unimportant person. We should always know who are our own relations, descendants, uncles, aunties, and great uncles from wherever they are. So I think the idea of tracing the descendants and taking back the knowledge, especially for the younger ones, is a very good one. Nasarama ni naura chimananta ancestry tracing. Lord, they are not America, but everybody, whether white, black, Latino, they are tracing their ancestry. A company whose duty is just to help you find out your ancestry. At the moment, to give us your blood, just your blood, not just tracing the DNA, but ancestry. That means because everybody in a claim is American. Co-white American. I'm not like the company. Let's trace where we are. So it's a good idea that Takusa had the committee to go and trace the Idin, assigning the Idin. On that note, I want to commend all the organizers. Like the MC said, I'm a very busy person. I have so many things to do, but I felt this one is important. So we don't wani abu ba amma don nana ta ma kowa da ya san cewa in ka ga na zo abu irin wannan to akwai muhammad akwai muhimmin abu ya kamata mu aka shi very serious. Thank you very much.
Unity kasar Tom Kashako. I know we will have synonyms. Go back around. And as we move from one caste community to the other, down to Ghana, to any unity. Zomakare, Hausako, has some, meaning, some semantic sense, unity. Then, the dynamic is like, Aman Pokama, Aman Chibu, Aman Pokama, it is when you come to what are the ingredients for the pokam, that's where the trouble will start. You will mention one or two and resolve them. So being an presentation is to look at the ingredients, the unity. The ingredients, unity, so then more value unity, more don't sugar. So the B, co-one group, co-one tribe, co-one ethnic setting. B, you want to mention kind of a but the first thing is unity. Because if you are not united, there is no way you can move anywhere. Or in Australia, united we stand, divided we fall. Is that also? United we stand, divided we fall. Standing in unity means moving forward, progressing. Who can say Burkina and Urosha? Uroshaka, who can say Burkina? The other, only Uroshaka, don't Shaku, are going to kill Burkina, who wouldn't be people who are achieving. Kalamu to Ojo, Madame Montima, Murosha. Among the Burkina, Abibu Kaku, Kamil, Uganda, because back where we put it in the Buruga, where every time when I'm going, and nothing is being achieved. It means you will suffer. You are going to the politics professor who talks about as a united group. One of it is politics. Democracy dividends. We are using power no Gongima. We are using power no Gongima The next one is fairness. Fairness in giving privileges. Guru mai ko ko ne ba ba so se shi. Buje fa ru buje. Kuma attention ne. E fa ru buje da to ba ma shi buje te buje ka. Kun ga ne ba? Yes. Yet ko ma shi ne ka e fa ko ne ga. Don't ma shi ko kwanta, don't ma shi ngaka. They gave it to this man, they are not giving it to me. It brings a lot of discomfort. And through that, a very strong group can disintegrate. Normally, when you talk together or you are united, the part of the unity is the concern you have for one another. We have to give them their respect as young people. Go about second they will get their respect from those down. Another aspect of respect will come on the issue of position value in society. Go back about it. Okay, I'm sure I'm going to listen. When the professor like national chairman, the go one day, even company in the and he's feeling uncomfortable, you know. Sometimes it is natural. You are attaching that to the position, so not to him as an individual, you know. So the good thing there is that everybody understands it. They don't problem understand. But where you don't understand it, it can become a very big problem. And that is why no matter what you particularly gas elders. Somebody was saying, who are gas elders? What qualifies you to be a gas elder? Is it the quantum of money you have or the age? And so if it is age, at what age for you need to call people in there? You know? And we are thinking 60. But if you have a multi-billionaire who is 40 years old, if you enter there, all of us oh my God. So when you begin to divide your faith, that aspect, it becomes a very difficult thing. But I know that as a group, if we want to survive, loving one another, respecting one another, in a very good and pure way will help us. But finally, the Yakubo, honestly, my thinking is that our unity should go beyond what we are on now. Kanam LGA, who united, who Kipsha, who Chigwong, who Rosha, who Chigwong very seriously, who the attention to put it and in the next, by next year, we have been about a bigger get together, but by that time, we would have gone very high. I don't allow their nation, couldn't have unity or respect them moving forward. Thank you very much.
Yang firma boleh tidak. Yang beberapa pengalaman, maka akan penting. Apa itu tentu. Kita ni, mana kan? Maka tinggi buat itu tapi ini mana? Apa betul amnya lagi kan? Ini mana itu ini so gaman nak bisik. So mana kan? Kuma meeting itu, mana yang itu ya itu.
I met her, I invited her to come here. Mother said that because there was nothing for her to see. And we intend that. When we share as we said, that was a documentary. No one in the family. No one should be so they capture it, they comment. Okay. Now, I've been there. Thank you.
In fact, as a great grandfather, you talk about Berrek. Leaving Vel, going down to Koro to meet some of his brothers, and there are good relationship between them. And one of them that I expecting actually, but nevertheless, Yanzu, the Mufara, domin unity ya karfi ya kamata a samu lokacin da at least time to time mu da ba wa gida muna dan haduwa wanda suna gida a creating musu time su ma suna haduwa so that kamar yadda an ce Allah ya kai mu next year zai iya yi mu je mu haɗu duka gida in fact in muka je we hit the wall duk wani abu da muka nema za mu samu and kuma anywhere ku iyayenmu da maybe kuna positions at least let's try to identify with you people by saying I'm GONDYI and I am MANDYI so that whichever way da za a yi taimako don mu fara pushing juna. Thank you very much.
My next suggestion, if it's possible, that you bring us the children and the grandchildren of the GONDYI Descendants together so that we can be able to know ourselves officially, so that we can foster this unity and love within ourselves. Thank you.
I think we should talk this okay. Immediately is that with time, the GONDYI family will need to have the youth wing. So, pitch so say, when general meeting, so some of you will start thinking of spearheading that very important very so say. But I look here. When the professor, who para makaranta ABU 1981, 1981. Let me tell you, I was so stubborn, at that point, at some certain point in my life, I was going to challenge the lecturer because he was there in the class. I would have carried over that question. So sometimes when you are in school, it's good for you to know your brothers, know your sisters. Miloko Chichiba is a serious problem that may come to them, and you have the privilege of stopping it. You will stop to save your brother. But if you don't know one another, it becomes a problem. So thank you very much for raising that.
A GONDYI youth wing. Because when we meet like this, one thing that keeps an organization going is respect. And in our culture, our youth can lose their voices. But when they have the GONDYI youth organization or movement, they can meet at their own age group, share their own ideas, have their own dreams, and speak the way they want to speak. And I know that our sisters will love it too when they have their own women wing. And they can talk to themselves at their own level. And then we have when we gather together. And I think we will carry each other along. So this is my own suggestion for you. Because I'm in the university too. Maybe we have met, I didn't know he is my son. And maybe you must have greeted me, I don't even know who you are. So it is very, very important we meet at our different groups, and then once in a while we meet together under one big umbrella. Thank you for your suggestion.
Okay, some leader in the village, so that in times of meetings, you should go and inform or take it as an information to your Gyang-Gyang, so that the meeting will be strong. All the villages will have a coordinator, so that kadang-kadang nang meeting Ballang Mayal meeting. Jadi passing information agak nang Ballang nouvelle, asama di dalam nouvelle, asama di dalam coordinate village. Suggestion berapa?
That I want to present. No mengapa here ko mengkaloko mengojimada. So on my coming right from the entrance, but I saw one logo welcoming all GONDYI descendants, and I think it's a good one. But from the presentation page here, I think there are other suggestions that will bring our takeoff point, and then from there we can redesign the logo or whatever. But I think it's a job well done. Having said that, but I'm going to read just a logo there. We clan. We are going to the top. You read the customer. Money don't go you. But my daughter is on the way. We're going to be out of I have some options here, some proposals here. Can I only go to either we respond one big family, that's option one. Option two, and then go to one united family, that will be our response. Option three, we then go to one visual family for us to pick up, and then the last but not the least, we then go together forever. So I have about 4 options here, so that we can have a map. If we are united, we will help ourselves. If we are united, we will work together. If we are united, we will move forward on that road. Kadang look at political leaders, we should help ourselves. Let us help ourselves to come and we need to be at now.
Well, that's one. Two, the two papers from Professor Longa and that of the Gabriel Yotoka. The Gabriel Yotoka, let me call the names well, will be on the platform so that we go through them. Three, we will look at getting leaders from the villages so that we can start picking people that will be organizing this way. Maybe probably so that we get very active people to do it. Because we have these are our villages, sorry for time. But maybe it's a Kwalla, Tayin, Berrek, Manget, Kulkining, Nemal, I don't know, I'm coming down there before. We go for Tazuk, Kwalla, Berrek, Ballang Shipang, Deri, Myer, Nemal, Chigwong. Sorry sir, please try and get across the family of Chigwong. Yes, affect Kotaka. So these are the villages. Yes, so these are the villages we'll try and get those there. Then we will liaise with the setup. Actually, the voice of the elders is always that of wisdom. And the gems, we may create a meeting with new people so that we'll look into what they have and we can work on it. Because they are function of the work with the other people so that we can get the way forward. I'm just trying to put those things, if you agree. Then the youth. Where's my test? Please be on your feet. Please come forward so that they see you. And Henry Nenato, you are recording me. Please face the floor. I want you, the youth, please stand up, sir. Yes, man, this class. The youth among us, I've seen young ladies and young men. Please, before we close, give your names to these people so that they can get the platform for you. Is that right? I mean, instead of action names, let's start working on the action, on the way forward for you. Please, all them responsible. So that we have Henry is good at ICT, and Marcus from Ballang is a teacher. He deals with the youth. So please, most of you will see them after that. And the names, as suggested by our secretary here, we'll put up a committee. Some of you will serve the committee. And I'm suggesting a linguist in the Gabriel Yotoka. And we'll get one or two people to work on him so that we get these names. And probably of us, so that we get the name GONDYI. Those names will give us, so that they will give us a committee. Am I speaking the voice of everybody? He's also a communicator, so we'll be there. I mean, so that we'll get the feedback, they'll bring it. So that your suggestion to be taken in. Whether they will use good class of using where they come from or not. I will not take so much of that because the head chairman and coalition will help us. Lastly, Donaldson recommends let's be our brothers keepers, not just the politicians. If there's ways you can help anybody, help. That's why we're here. That we get a step around excellent love in ourselves. Let's not stop our celebration. And with this, so that we may not stand up there, is please, you know what, but I need a message. After where that, Africa, actually, will be so we will go up to where na kama ko bitoma ko kwa mama bale ufikia ko kwa kusoro bale so
ma unan simfuna da Kodine idi nan jama'a da kafin idi ma funa ma kuma funa mun daga jana sayin sosai fi yanda wuya kubinyi yakubu minyi linda dokba balan yi kamar kan bani mutkat kwa bini ya kamu yang cincini ani kama gande yang kadang profesor yang toka kaya aku makan ke kuma namun kubuni teman-teman bi banyak mafara nyumutkat ngapa kwaro kwan sayin mun ta yanda wupu cincini ba wai wupu pi biceka wupu ku ono ba ba funu do ma medni mo do mo fara kan kenyi mun kwa yanda mu fara yi bini kun mutka la sayin mun dundun tinga man ta ku tunu mun kan bi tinu mo dan mu yi mo ku mo ku mo de bini men kila gongi klein ko mu fara cincini yanda mu fara ni aha do mu kan ku mu ye sabin sha ko mu yalo jafu nu mo man sha ko yanda mu to mani yi to nene bari mun kishala to de mo do ndo mu sayi mun yanda wuda ka ke bene ne la rik mun kishala